Swiggity swag, what's in the bag? Jay here, bringing you guys a brand new series here on the channel, and as you guys can see from the title of this video, yes, I'm going to be doing episode reviews of the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime. So this is definitely new territory for me when it comes to anything Pokemon related, because I don't really talk about the anime on this channel. All I do on this channel is play Pokemon games, whether it be official games or ROM hacks or fan-made games, whatever it is. I play the Pokemon games, but I don't really talk about the Pokemon anime. I think the closest thing I did when it comes to the anime was talk about Alon and Ash's battle in the Kalos League, and I talked about my thoughts about that, and a lot of people seem to really like that video. So one of my friends told me, Jay, you should just do episode reviews of the Sun and Moon anime, and I was like, you know what, maybe I should, because it seems like it's gonna be really fun, and I mean, people seem to enjoy it, so we're gonna try it out and see how it goes. So that's why we're here today. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you guys do, please don't forget to hit the like button down below to show your support. If you've already seen the first episode of the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime, let me know what you thought of the episode down in the comment section below. And if you enjoy the content here on the channel and you'd like to see more from me, hit the subscribe button down below as well. So before we begin this review of episode 1 of the Sun and Moon anime, let me go ahead and say that the first 2 episodes of the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime are on YouTube, and they're also English dubbed and English sub, so you can choose between the dub and the sub, but the both episodes are on YouTube right now, so you can go check those out and then come back to this video for episode 1 and then go to my episode 2 video when I review episode 2, and so on and so on. But I don't have a dedicated source when it comes to the Pokemon anime, unfortunately, you guys. Like, when it comes to the Pokemon anime, I always find myself watching it on some sort of different website, whether it be YouTube or, you know, an anime sharing website, be like GoGo Anime or something like that. I have no dedicated source because it's always a pain to try to find good English subs for Pokemon, or the English subs just come out way late, and then it's just kind of like, you know, it's not like Naruto where Crunchyroll has Naruto on lock, or Dragon Ball Super where they have Dragon Ball Super, you know, on time every single, you know, Saturday or Sunday. So I don't know, so I'm sorry, but I don't have a dedicated source for the Sun and Moon anime, so you just gotta Google, bruh. So with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about episode 1 of Pokemon Sun and Moon. And the first thing we should talk about is the art style and the animation style, because I think that's probably the biggest thing, and that's the biggest change between XYZ and Sun and Moon. A lot of people hated the art style for Pokemon Sun and Moon because, oh, they say it's lazy. People say that it's super duper lazy, and I get where they're coming from, because when it comes to XY and XYZ, Ash's face was super stiff, but everything was like super sharp, and everything was like crisp, you know. And in Sun and Moon, everything is like kind of rounded. Ash looked like he de-aged, even though as of the black and white anime, he's 10 years old. It looked like he de-aged, or rather, he looks like his age now. He looks like he's 10 years old. But everyone's saying like the quality was super lazy and everything, the animation is bad, and I'm just like, the animation kind of looks good to me, you know. Like, at first I thought it was gonna be bad because it reminded me of like the Naruto fight between Naruto and Pain. It reminded me of that fight, and I was like, wow, this is animated really weirdly, you know. But then I started looking at it a little bit more, and I was like, you know what, it actually looks pretty decent. It actually looks very, very decent. And then if you actually watch the first episode or the second episode, you see that the animation style and the art style and stuff actually fit the mood of the anime. It fits. Ash's face is way more animated now than it's ever been before. He has all these really funny facial expressions, and I think that's a good thing for Pokemon. I think Pokemon is like moving towards like a more cartoony-ish, happy-go-lucky type feel thing when it comes to Sun and Moon, and I think that's good. I think that's actually really, really cool. So I don't have a problem with the art style. A lot of people did, and some people are like finding it like, people are saying that, oh, you know, I had a problem with the art style, but now I don't have a problem anymore. And I think that's actually really good as well. So I definitely recommend you guys check out the first episode, at least the first episode, just to give it a chance, because it's really good. It's honestly really good. So with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the actual first episode. So the beginning of the episode, Ash is already in Alola. He's already in Alola, and this is weird because we usually see Ash travel to the next region. We see him physically travel to the next region, but we didn't see that in this episode. He was literally already in Alola. Now, we got backstory as to why he was in Alola. He was in Alola on vacation, but at the same time he was running an errand for Professor Oak, so that's how he ended up in Alola. But it was just really odd that Ash was just boom in Alola, because let's take for example the 3rd gen anime. The 3rd gen anime, Gary came back, he had Electivire, he mentioned Sinnoh, boom, Ash goes to Sinnoh. We see him pack up and go to Sinnoh, you know? And it was just weird seeing Ash just boop in Alola. We didn't see him get off a plane, we didn't see him get off a boat, he just bam, smack dab right there in Alola. I'm like, well, okay, that's cool, bro. I mean, you know, you do what you do, so that's alright, man. So somewhere in the middle of the episode, Ash actually stumbles upon the Pokemon school, and this is also a big thing because Ash is going to school now. It's kind of crazy. Everybody was freaking out that Ash is actually going to school, you know, because for as long as we've known him, he has not gone to school. He's not really mentioned school, or if he's gone to school, it's been for like a single episode. But it looks like he's actually going to be attending this Pokemon school in Alola, and we meet all the trial captains and stuff as well, and we also meet Lily, Professor Kukui, or Kukue, how you want to pronounce his name, and we also meet Samson Oak, who is Professor Oak's cousin, and the principal of the school as well. But the one character that actually interests me the most is Lily, because when we see Lily, we find out that she actually doesn't like interacting with Pokemon. She really does not. Like, she'll say something like, oh, I like to study Pokemon from a far distance, or I like to study Pokemon in books, or you know, I'll only touch a Pokemon once it's properly cleaned or something like that. But she just doesn't want to admit that she's afraid of Pokemon, but she's afraid of Pokemon. And her character kind of reminds me of that one kid from the Destiny Deoxys movie who got trampled by Walrein or whatever, and he was just deadly afraid of Pokemon. And then by the end of the movie, he had 2 Pokemon, Puzzle and Minun. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Lily's character develops in the show, and whether or not she will come to love Pokemon, or she will, you know, forever not like interacting with Pokemon. But her character just really interests me the most, because like, we never had a main character who hated Pokemon. I mean, we had Misty who hated bug Pokemon, but Misty loved Pokemon overall. So having someone who's actually like afraid of interacting with Pokemon as a main character, that's really interesting to me. So I'm definitely looking forward to see how Lily, how her character develops. Also in this first episode, we get to see Team Skull, and this is something kind of different, kind of weird as well, because I don't even think we saw Team Rocket in the first episode of the Kanto anime. So seeing Team Skull in the first episode is actually kind of weird, but they were only passed off as like hooligans, whatever. It's like, oh, they just like to cause trouble. They're not some super big evil organization or anything like that. So like, they don't seem super important in the first episode. It just looked like it was just like 3 hooligans trying to take somebody's Pokemon, and they got blown back by a Z-move, which Z-move, we got to see a Z-move in this first episode, and we also got an explanation on Z-moves as well. You know, it's kind of like how Mega Evolution works, where, you know, the owner and the Pokemon have to be in sync in order to use the move, and also in order to master Z moves and get a Z ring and a Z crystal, you have to complete the island challenge and complete the grand trial, which is how Kyoei got his Z ring, and he was able to use a Z move with his Turtonator. So there's that. But something interesting actually happens at the end of the episode. Ash ends up getting his own Z ring from Tapu Koko. So I don't know how that's gonna come into play like later on, because you're not supposed to get a Z ring until you complete the island challenge. But Ash just showed up to Alola, and then boom, Tapu Koko gives him a Z ring and a Z crystal. Boom, Ash is ready to use Z moves right then and there. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Ash just shows up and gets a Z ring. I mean, I thought you had to take the island challenge in order to master Z moves, but I guess you don't if you're Ash Ketchum, you guys. But overall, this episode was really good. It was really funny, actually. I'm telling you, Beware is probably one of the funniest Pokemon I have seen in the Pokemon anime yet. Like, it's just so funny. Like, it shows up and just swings his hand and chops a tree in half, and I'm just like, what? Like, the episode overall, it's really funny, it's really comedic, and the atmosphere of the show so far, it's just really happy, cheery, it's funny, and I definitely recommend you guys go watch it. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, if the art style is putting you off of the anime, just look past it and watch the first episode. I'm telling you, you would not be disappointed, or you might be disappointed, I don't know. But with that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this review. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review. If I missed anything, let me know down in the comment section below. Let me know how I did on this first review down in the comment section below. Did I drop too many spoilers? I mean, it is an episode review, so I have to talk about the actual episode. So I mean, you know, there is that. But let me know how I did down in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys thought of the first episode down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button down below as well. If you enjoy the content here on the channel and you like to see more from me, hit the subscribe button as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for listening, and I will see you guys in the next review video, which will be episode 2. Peace.